Why don't you give me a sign? Like the sea that leaves a trail along that shore. It's not your problem, it's mine. Everybody thinks that I'm okay. Sometimes I think I am too. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm waiting for the shockwaves to begin. Oh, won't you let me hold you for one time? Just a rainy day in a London cafe, a London cafe. So give me one last serenade. Say to me, or swear at me till the night turns into day. And it was a shame when daylight faded, because we didn't notice at all.
Hi everyone, it's Bobby Lieber, and welcome to your favorite podcast where I talk about whatever I feel like talking about. So these big movie producers came to me and said, we want you to write a rom-com about a gay couple. Something a straight guy might even like and watch with his girlfriend.
Gay guys are my jam.
Awesome.
Hello, I'm Sophia Jessica, and welcome to the Fan Carpet.
Bobby and Aaron, the men that fall in love in the movie, they're very different. Bobby is very verbal and very vocal and very confident about his thoughts and his opinions and his intellect. Luke's character, Aaron, is more laconic and stoic. He gets his validation in other ways by building up his body and presenting sort of the very aggressively masculine side to the world. But one thing they both share is that they're both keeping love and intimacy, real intimacy, at arm's length because they're scared to be vulnerable. And it's really a story about them letting their guards down in order to fall in love.
Well, they're different. And I think that so many of the sort of like enduring love stories are about people with different perspectives finding what they love in each other, and hopefully audiences can relate to that too. The most interesting relationships in the world are, I think, the ones where people have different perspectives.
In the fine tradition of rom-coms, it's an opposites attract thing. They're both intelligent. They're both really smart guys. They both have their shit together. They're not they're not hot messes. Professional guys. Billy's very intellectual, and he's very confident in his intellect. The Luke's character is a bit more he's more physically confident, and I think they both feel insecure about the other stuff. I think Billy's character feels a bit insecure about the way he looks and the way he is in the world, and Luke feels insecure that he's not smart enough for Billy. And so that's that sort of dynamic that allows the movie to work.
I think rom-coms have always endured because they're kind of escapist in a way that we all want to dream about, those sort of romantic whirlwinds, and people like to see what other people's relationships are like. That's what I think rom-coms are. That's what the success of a rom-com is. People are very nosy, so they go, I wonder what another relationship was like. I wonder what they're doing in their relationship. How did they get together? Even if they're made up characters. So I think that's why we like that. We're nosy. We want a bit of escapism. And I think this one is so special because it's like so many of them that have gone before, but it's got that added spice and sharpness that queer people are blessed with. It's very witty. They've written such a funny script, such a subversive script. It's clever. It's witty, and also it's the first time that obviously a queer rom-com has been made for, by a mainstream studio for a mainstream audience, and I think that's absolutely brilliant. And it goes to show that we're all I was going to say love is love, but that is criticised quite a lot in the film as a phrase, and I always think that's a bit glib at times. But I guess it goes to show that at the end of the day, people always just fall in love, fall out of love, have an argument, and deep down we're all kind of the same. Just that as queer people, we're just a bit funnier.
Yeah, I think, it's a cliche, but representation matters. And, we need to be able to tell queer love stories and all love stories in a way that is not overly generalized, because that's when they're more effective for the audience. Straight and gay is when we're allowed to tell those stories authentically and with specificity and humor, of course, but also emotional nuance, because we're all complicated human beings, and I like being able to do that. I'm glad they allowed me to do it.
It is surprising, isn't it, that it has taken this long. I don't know why it took so long, to tell you the truth, but I'm grateful to all the people that have slowly made progress, whether that was, Schitt's Creek or Modern Family, or, even going back to the guys in Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, just having queer representation in our media, slowly building up so that we can actually have this moment and get the privilege of being the first major studio film to do it.
Romantic comedy, I think, is the most human of genres. It's seeing two people fall in love. You can't really hide behind anything. If the characters don't work, the thing doesn't work. If the actors don't have that chemistry, it doesn't work. And it's a really hard genre because of that, because it has to be psychologically, weirdly more complex than it seems for it to work. And I think with this movie, obviously, given the subject matter, there's this sort of story hasn't really been told on this big a canvas before, and that's a really exciting thing to get to do and get to be a part of.
I think comedy is often a way of processing things and a way of analysing things and a way of understanding the world around us. I think we laugh, only very cruel people laugh at something. I think the majority of people laugh with something. They laugh because they relate to it, and they laugh because they connect and they sort of go, oh, I'm like that. Oh, that's how I feel. Oh, I didn't know. I thought I was the only one, and they laugh out of relief, I think, a lot of the time. So I think comedy and laughing is actually a very subversive, powerful tool in that respect. And I think comedy is very... I think with this film, the moments of laughter are moments of recognition, and I think it's about celebrating queer culture and queer communities. And that's why I think it's a great movie.
Rom-coms are, I think, a difficult genre because we kind of know how it's going to end. If it goes well, the couple's going to get together. What I think is particularly unique about our movie is it's a different kind of relationship than we're used to seeing. But it's also really rommy. It's really commie. It's a communist is what I'm trying to say. No, but there's a lot of real hard jokes in this movie that it's not just sweet, it's not just romance, it's also just really hard, funny, physical comedy and laughter.
I'm a gay man, and I'm a gay man of a certain generation who did not grow up seeing all the queer content that we are lucky enough to have now, that younger generations are lucky enough to have now. And it's important to me to, put depictions of multidimensional gay men at the center of stories and have a wide release like this so they're accessible to everyone.
He's actually incredibly open. He's incredibly receptive to ideas. I brought a lot of ideas. He was very cool with it. And what is interesting, I think, about my characters, we never compete for the same space. Billy's character is, like you said, funny, witty, cutting, and verbal. And my character's kind of opposite. So again, going back to what makes a good romantic comedy is two different people, two different energies kind of finding each other.
Yeah, I think it's all part of the same story, I never see a difference between the drama and the comedy, or the romance and the comedy. It all comes from the same place, which is trying to tell an honest story about two people.
I just finished filming a television series for Apple TV with Rose Byrne and Seth Rogen, directed by Nick Stoller, who directed Bros, and I play Rose Byrne's husband. So a different character than you're seeing here at Bros, but a family man and a guy who's been married for 15 years to a woman. Who knew? Gay actors can also play straight. I'm still friends with one of the writers, and I keep saying, we should do a Walker-style Christmas special, sort of like you guys do here in the UK. They often come back for a Christmas special, so I would love to do a Walker's Christmas special. I don't know if we'll do a sequel. I'd like to joke that it'd be interesting to see what my character ends up doing, because he didn't get the guy in that movie, so yeah.
I love the UK. I'm so excited that it's getting released here. It's getting a release pretty much all over the world, except in the countries where homosexuality is illegal. So we won't talk about that. That's a complicated topic. But I'm so thrilled. I love the UK. It's such a sophisticated audience. There's such a long, rich history of comedy here, and also gay men being allowed to be open and be in comedy long before that was an acceptable thing in America. And so I love the fact that audiences here will be able to see the movie in a movie theater. I'm very proud of the movie, and I hope people love it.
We live in a cynical time. Times are tough, whether that's, what's happening in the sort of global economy or wars and politics. So we love to escape and watch one of the purest, most old-fashioned things, which is people falling in love. So I think that the movie actually brings a warmth and a reminder of the kind of warmth and beauty of falling in love.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for more content next time.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not the right person to write a rom-com anyway.
Oh my god, do you guys remember Straight People?
Yeah, they had a nice run.
I'm here on the largest of the Balearic Islands, Mallorca, with the turquoise waters of the Mediterranean Sea, beautiful mountainous landscape, the thriving city of Palma, quaint little market towns, a growing number of luxury hotels. It's no surprise that the likes of Audrey Hepburn and Elizabeth Taylor like to holiday here. So come and join me as I take you round Mallorca.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.